Good morning. How is everybody? Weather is gorgeous outside. Great start to the morning, if I must say. So we're on our way to practice. Start up this bad boy. Slide you under. As you guys know, not a whole lot of filming that goes on there. So I gotta drive, I gotta be safe. We'll see you guys after practice.
Collared shirt down by my feet, stood on crowded bathroom rug. Voices filled the rooms upstairs. Our Ford was warm before we drove. Breakfast fresh on the stove. She walked out with the floral blouse. Back then, everyone was near.
Alright, how do we figure this out? Let's in the frame here. Is that gonna be good? Maybe. Let's see. This way. Doesn't feel right. Out here in the frame. Hey guys, what's up? I don't know about that one either. I don't know. Something feels off. Let's. The hat is the hat. Maybe it's a hat. I don't know. Maybe no hat. How do I look? Maybe hat. Yeah, definitely hat. Microphone. Check, check. Is it on? Okay. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the first episode of Kicking It with Kage. How's everybody doing? Previously, we had a little segment that was called Cooking with Kage. May or may not bring that back. It seemed to be a hit with everybody. From this point on, every Thursday 8 a.m. vlog is going to be dedicated to this segment called Kicking It with Kage. I'm going to be doing all my research. I'm going to be figuring things out. I'm going to be trying to come up with new ideas so that every Thursday at 8 a.m. I can introduce you guys to a new little tidbit. So consider it kind of like a knowledgeable Thursday, fun fact Thursday, trivia Thursday. What else? Thursday thought process. Thursday thinking about it Thursdays. Thursday. Anyway, it's gonna be called Kicking It with Kage, and we're gonna just go over different things so that I can help you guys become a little more knowledgeable in various different aspects. So today, what we're gonna start with. One second. Today, with our stick, a lacrosse stick. It's more of a lacrosse channel than anything else. What we're going to start with, shooting strings, okay? I mean, this one is just going to be super simple. Kicking It with Kage segment off, where all I'm gonna do is talk to you about shooting strings for, hopefully, let's keep it under 3 minutes. We're not gonna make these Thursday videos long, but we'll start off with shooting strings. Yeah, Doug, could I get an espresso with two cream, 2 sugar? Actually, hold the sugar, just 2 cream. And a blueberry muffin. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. That's just it's for my background guy. He helps me out once in a while. Hey, thanks. Anyway, shooting strings. Okay, Kicking It with Kage segment today. Shooting strings. What you want to do when you're inserting your shooting strings. We'll go over how to put them in at some other point if you do not already know. But if you already know and you don't know how to fix a stick and you don't know how to put them in, but they're already in there for you, but your stick just doesn't seem to be throwing the way that you necessarily want it, very simple. The top string here, right up here, this little bad boy right there. That one is going to help dictate a little bit whether or not it hits off the top of the scoop right here, this plastic part. The tighter that this shooting string is, the more that it's in, the tighter that you pull it, the less likely that it is going to hit this top scoop of the stick. So a lot of people like a smooth release. I like a smoother release. I don't like for that ball to hit the top scoop. I don't like to feel it come out necessarily. So I have mine fairly tight at the top so that that does not happen. As you progressively move further down the stick, you can either loosen or tighten your shooting strings. The tighter that you pull them, as you can see here, if I were to just pull this shooting string and not do anything else to it, I was just to pull this shooting string right here, and that's it. You can see that it creates a little bit of tension right there. And what that's going to do is when the ball comes out, it's going to catch more on that shooting string. Ultimately, you probably understand that there's different whip levels. Say there's whip 1 to 10. My stick probably has a whip level of like maybe a 3, 4 if that. I like the ball to just come out nice and smoothly, whereas a lot of field lacrosse players and guys that are running and midfielders shooting on the run, they like that ball to snap right out of their stick. So they'll oftentimes have a tighter bottom shooter so that when that ball is coming out and it's sitting right here and they're about to shoot that ball, it catches on that shooting string right here and snaps down, creating more of a whip level. With mine, I like to loosen them as much as possible. Right here, I like to loosen them right there so that, as you can see, the top there, it's not as tight as what it was when the shooting string was pulled tighter. So from here to here, you can see how the mesh comes in, the shooters get tighter, and that creates a little bit more whip down there for you. For all of you who don't necessarily know how to string sticks, but your stick is already put together and intact and you don't know how to adjust it, simply tightening or loosening your shooting strings is a very easy way to help fix your stick. The one thing that I'll leave you guys with is, if you don't necessarily know how your stick is throwing, or you don't necessarily know how you want it to throw, and it's just strung up, or you're trying to fix it a little bit, you're trying to adjust it, what I do is I oftentimes just undo all the knots. I think that most people know how to tie a knot. So I undo all the knots on my stick so that they're all loose and dangling. Therefore, when you have your stick and it's freshly strung, or you don't know how you want it to throw yet, or you're just trying to get your shooters adjusted, the shooters end up looking like this, so they're all loose, all over the place. Grab that ball, put it in your stick, go hit a wall, throw against it a bunch, and until you get a consistent pattern with your passes or your shots, if you're throwing off a wall and you're trying to pick a spot, once you can hit that spot consistently with the shooters untied, stop throwing the ball, hold up. Once you get that done, you tie them back up, you've got it throwing how you want, you've hit the same spot a bunch of times. Now you can put that ball down, right back to your stick, throw a couple knots in it. I usually do 2 or 3. That way I know that it's gonna hold. 1, they'll come loose all the time. 2, they may come a little loose. They may become a little loosened throughout the course of the game. And 3, you can pretty much guarantee they're gonna stay where you want them to stay. So then your stick is all tied back up and you're ready to go. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me for this episode of Kicking It with Kage, and I hope you guys tune back in to our next video on Monday. Big weekend coming up against Buffalo in Buffalo. Tune back in Monday, and again, reminder, every Thursday from this point on, Kicking It with Kage. Every Thursday from this point on. Hope you guys like this episode. We're gonna be doing more things like this, just simple little tutorial like things, especially lacrosse. We'll do a lot of lacrosse stuff, taping butt ends, stringing sticks, how to tie knots. You gotta tune in order to see what's next on Kicking It with Kage. Have a great weekend. Be happy. Remember to smile. I'm gonna get a sip of coffee. And we're gonna finish off the night. Peace!